sphere, no bigger than a basketball and seemingly constructed from seamless metal.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard to describe. It looked unnatural. The sphere itself was on like a podium type of thing, and from what I could see, it didn't look like it was connected to the podium. It looked like it was almost repelled off the podium. It was an awkwardly, like almost looked liquid, but it was clearly metallic, seamless. It just didn't look natural, man. Like if you took a chrome ball, the same size, chrome sphere, polished it up and put it in that room, it would look different than that. But I can't tell you how, because I don't have anything to reference to that. It just didn't look right. It looked different than anything I've ever seen. If you brought that ball in a room to me right now and was like, this is from another world, nobody would doubt that. Everybody in the room would probably be like, yeah, that's something weird about that, you know?
I wondered if this sphere's surface description was similar to the mother of pearl effect Lance Corporal Jonathan Wygant claimed to have observed from the crashed UAP in Peru in 1997. RA described this sphere as extremely clear, and the mother of pearl effect could be accurate if we utilize an oil on water analogy, but with the oil being clear. RA claimed the sphere had an indent on top that almost looked like where one would put a hand, but did not get a crystal clear look at this.
About the size of a hand, I wouldn't say that it was for a hand, because that would be, that's my human interpretation of what I would think it would do, you know?
RA's guide told him and the other Green Beret this object and the other piece of technology somehow interacted with human consciousness.
Both the items they had under there, they said somehow interacted with consciousness. And the way he said it, this is why it gets so fuzzy. He said, I wouldn't quote these things because I'm kind of trying to just remember the context. And I can, again, like when I meditate and I think about this, I can usually get more back. But just like sitting here talking and remembering it, it's difficult sometimes. But I remember him saying, we don't understand quite how to operate the systems or but they do interact with consciousness. So some people they interact with, and some people they don't. So certain people will go up to the object and it will respond, and some people go up to the object and it does nothing. So certain types, I don't know if that's related to DNA or to consciousness or whatever, but it's different people will have a different response. And they had us kind of walk closer to the window, and nothing happened, so we didn't. I mean, I don't know if we got closer, something would have happened, but I don't know if they were even looking for that, but maybe. You know, that's one thing he said, that like certain people will go near the object and it will react. He didn't describe how it would react, he said it would react.
RA states once he began to view the pieces of technology, his recollection of these events becomes somewhat fuzzy.
There's a really weird component to this, and I don't know what this means, but when I think back to this particular memory, and this never happens to me in any other thing, I get real fuzzy. It gets real fuzzy, like almost like something was purposely done to make it that way. Because I have a very photographic memory, and things I've done in the military, like I can tell you the color of the buttons on a shirt of a guy that I sniped from, 800 meters away. So I mean, for me to not remember this really bothers me. But there's some cloudiness when I try to access this part of my brain, you know? I can definitely, it could definitely be the objects itself that had, and it felt, this is why it's difficult, because it felt weird being down there, okay? There's something like, it's an unnatural feeling. It felt like we were doing something that wasn't normal. I mean, the fact that we were so deep underground, me and the dude were kind of freaked out, but we didn't display that outwardly because we're trained to not do that, you know. But internally, I was like, what the hell is going on? And when they talked about off-world stuff, they didn't say it like, by the way, aliens are real, like, or anything like of that sort. It was just, oh yeah, this is the off-world technology division, this is Chuck, this is whatever, and just started talking like everything was normal, and we just went along with it because we acted like it was normal. But the first time I'd ever been exposed to it, and it was a lot to take in, so that could be part of it too.
Immediately